Hello, DR Sports family. Hey, we're starting to move this thing a little different now. So we just want everybody to know that DR Sports Network is here. We are out here in Oklahoma City with Coach Thompson at the Oklahoma Metro Youth Tackle League. We're broadcasting that game this weekend. So that gives us the ability, if you're looking for a broadcast partner, we'll love to come and discuss broadcasting some of your big games at your events. So DR Sports Network, look us up or reach out to us at info@drsportswiththez.com, and we'll love to come out and bring our media team to come and broadcast your games.
Players, please make your way to your sidelines. The game will begin in 30 seconds.
Hello, DR Sports family. Hey, we're starting to move this thing a little different now. So we just want everybody to know that DR Sports Network is here. We are out here in Oklahoma City with Coach Thompson at the Oklahoma Metro Youth Tackle League. We're broadcasting that game this weekend. So that gives us the ability, if you're looking for a broadcast partner, we'll love to come and discuss broadcasting some of your big games at your events. So DR Sports Network, look us up or reach out to us at info@drsportswiththez.com, and we'll love to come out and bring our media team to come and broadcast your games.
DR Sports Network here for the Oklahoma Metro Youth Championship. This is a big one, Coach. We're moving on up. 9 gold. Man, it's getting bigger and better as we move up. My guy from Florida in the building, Coach Rob Kaufman. I am Mark Henry here on the DR Sports Network. We got a big one here, the Impact Gorillas and the OKC Raiders, Coach. I think we're going to have a barn burn here from the where I was looking at guys warm up as we move up here, the Impact Gorillas. And listen, Coach, the Raiders, man. The Impact Gorillas in white, and you got the Raiders in the Steeler gold. That looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers out there, Coach.
Man, I can't. Like you said, keeps on getting better and better. And shout out to every team, every athlete, every coach that has played up to this point. They've really put on a show. There hasn't been one game where you thought this hasn't been competitive, this hasn't been a good game. It's been great athletes, great coaching, great strategy, great offense, great defense. We've seen great nose tackles, running backs, quarterbacks. Like, they put on a show today. So shout out to the Oklahoma sports.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Coach Charles Thompson. They're putting on a great event here. As you can see, the lights start to come up. We're going to be under the lights here shortly, Coach.
Yes, sir.
For some nighttime football in Oklahoma, man. In the home of the champions of the Oklahoma Thunder, the NBA champions. Right outside of Oklahoma City, Mustang, Oklahoma, Mustang High School. It's about to go down. I am your host, Mark Henry. Of course, Coach Rob in the building. We're about to set for the 9U Gold kickoff. Listen, OKC Raiders in the yellow, the black and yellow, look like the Pittsburgh Steelers kind of, and you got the white, the icy white of the Impact Gorillas as we get ready.
Icy white, and they're coming out ready to play.
Icy white. Kickoff, and the Raiders take over. And listen, Coach, man, I think we have a big one. I was talking to one of the coaches here in the box. The last time these teams played, it was a 6-0 score.
Wow.
And looks like we're going to have two teams that can get busy here. Of course, on offense, you got the OKC Raiders. We're going to see what's happening here, Coach. I think we got a big game coming.
Yeah, I see some offensive linemen come out. Look, big 6'6" Tristan Martinez. Let's see what he's got. Big 9'9" CJ Wooten. Let's see what he's got. We've had great trench play so far. Hopefully we can keep that up.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Raiders as they come out in a power I formation.
Bringing pressure. A big ass. Oh, we saw that coming.
Big hit in the backfield.
What a well-designed blitz. What a well-designed blitz. You can see it coming. The quarterback did not see it. He kept in his cadence. They hit the A-gaps. Coach, they were all over that play. What a way to start the game on that defensive call.
Looks like big number 6, Xavier Northern. X. Dusted off the quarterback. Man. Meet me at the quarterback. It was a free-for-all. I like this Gorillas defense and that aggressiveness, Coach.
No, that was outstanding. That was one of the best time blitzes I've seen in a while, man. That got exactly what they wanted. And I'm sure they'll keep that up now that they've shown it.
Absolutely. But, hey, you got to play sound. That was the first play. A little bit behind the sticks now, second down. Hand off to the right side. That Gorillas defense is aggressive. Number 10 is the first one in there. Benny Simmons, Fat Daddy.
Fat Daddy. Let's
Fat
go.
Daddy in the building. Let's go.
Fat Daddy.
I like
yeah,
it.
We've seen some great defensive play today, and Fat Daddy comes. I mean, he is. I mean, the nickname. I love it, man. He's playing football like that's rallying to the ball. We've seen great defense all day today.
Absolutely. Benny Simmons with the tackle. He was the first one in. This defense of the Impact Gorillas is aggressive. I was told earlier this might be a good game. So third down in about 10 as the Raiders get back at it. They got twins down here at the bottom of the screen here. Motion. Jet sweep around. He comes back up the middle, but that defense is there. He shakes one, gets to the outside, but the Gorillas defense is on it, Coach. We talked about it.
Oklahoma,
Rallying
shout
to
out
the
Oklahoma
football.
defensive coordinators. They have really taught these guys well. They're that's been the one trend from 6U, the 2 games, all the way up to here, is defenses are rallying to the football. It's been very impressive, and that's been a positive trend that I've seen from Oklahoma football.
Absolutely. Dior Franks on the tackle. Looks like he shaking up on that play, but a great tackle on the open field. It looks like he was breaking north. That was number 21 on the carry, Jaden Nelson, who broke free for a little bit of room, but the Gorillas defense shuts it down. Coach, you mentioned it, the great tackling by the defense, as you can see, in the screen, the defensive coordinator is kind of going over with what they should be looking for here. Great job to see Franks up. He just, was shaking up on that play. He made a great play on defense there for the Impact Gorillas in the icy whites. And you got the Raiders in the black and yellow.
Yeah, I think I want to see a little bit more from the defensive coordinator. His blitzing, that was outstanding. I guess it's me personally being selfish, but that was a well-designed blitz. It really was. And I want to see more creativity from what all he has in his bag, because his arsenal seems pretty deep right now.
As we get set for play, man, listen, the road to the crown is here. 2026 starts out in Texas, ends out in Florida for the crown. Get signed up. It's about to go down as we're back in action right here with 5:10 to go. The Impact Gorillas in white and the Raiders in yellow. He takes the handoff out to the outside to crash it down. Mix one-man miss. He gets to the outside. Can he make the corner? No, the Impact Gorillas, they're on it. Number 11 was the first guy there as the Impact Gorillas get it done. Christian Hennessy.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about flying to the football. I mean, you got everyone just running it. You got guys diving at him, forcing him 5 yards back. He ends up getting a couple of the yards back. That it wasn't as big of a loss, but you see nothing but white helmets there, just rallying around that player. What a defensive effort there.
Great hustle by Hennessy. As you can see him get back into the play. He kind of had the man run by him, but that hustle, you can't coach that. That's the intent that you want to make a play. As you see, the Impact Gorillas led by number 3, Nico Wilson at quarterback, as they get ready to take the field on offense for the first time. Just getting started here, 4:45 in the first quarter as the Impact Gorillas have their first possession. Hand off to number 6 right up the middle. And that is Xavier Northern on the carry. Good push by the offensive line first there, Coach. I really like what I saw from the Impact Gorillas. A lot of these guys are going to play on both sides of the football, of course, on the offensive line. They got a good push there. Now, you talk about some of these guys on the Raiders. Big number 66 is right there in the middle of that, for the Raiders. I think this is going to be another trench play. Has just been off the chain today.
It really has. I mean, the trenches in Oklahoma they're outstanding. I mean, it's been great football. You expect nothing less than a championship game, but this has been well played on all levels.
Absolutely. Second down. He takes a handoff, and that is on the carry. Number 2, Mekhi Tyner. As you see, that offensive line is starting to get their rhythm right there. 3rd down and about 6 here as the Impact Gorillas on their first possession, kind of moving the crowd a little bit. Now, the Raiders seem to be stout right there in the middle. Maybe they go on the outside here a little bit as you see Nico Wilson going back to the huddle with the play.
I think you were saying they played earlier, it was 6-0. You could tell both defenses are outstanding and both offenses are committed to running the ball, so we got another outstanding game in front of us.
Absolutely.
Wilson raises to the line.
Wilson looking over the defense. He sees something. He's getting some instructions from the sideline. He moves up, takes a snap. Big hole on the other side of the. But the Raiders recover. They're not giving up too much. They're giving a little crease here, as you saw number 6 on the carry, Xavier Northern, as he gets up, and Wilson's already getting the play in. The tempo here, Coach, so far, I like what the Impact Gorillas are doing. As you can see, the plays in and out. They're getting to the hustling to the line. They're not wasting much time here. They got a crucial 4th down and about 4 here.
2 well-coached teams. There was a crease there, and the defensive line just collapsed.
Back in the pistol formation now, Coach.
Wilson takes the snap, drops back.
Back to pass, just a little short, and the Impact Gorillas fall short on 4th down as the Raiders hold. Coach, I can see why this was a nip-tuck game before. You can see both defenses come out and they're stout. We've been seeing great trench play so far today, and it's continued over to the 9U goal game.
Yeah, and the quarterback had him open, had what he wanted. The ball slipped out of his hand, but he had his guy on the move, so it was a well-designed and well-called play. Just wasn't really well executed from the quarterback to the receiver. You'd like the quarterback to drive on that ball a little bit, but defensive battle here, so they're at midfield. See what they do.
Full house backfield. Shotgun snap. He takes the handout, cuts up the middle. Great run on 1st down for the Raiders, as that is 21, it looks like. Jaden Nelson.
Yeah, that was he looked like number 3 from the previous game. He ran the ball very well. It looked good at him in and out of his break. That was a nice play from him.
Absolutely. 2nd down, they get some positive yards. They kind of got behind the sticks the last game, or last possession. But that Gorilla defense is in there. That's number 21 on the stop for the Gorillas, Gavin Jackson.
Gavin Jackson was a man amongst boys there. That was that's a big young man there. He made a great play on the running back.
Definitely, man. I think, Coach, you can see, he was agile and he was the first guy in there. Didn't give up much ground, keeping his pad level low. That's something that you have to teach these guys at a young age when they're down in the trenches. You got to keep your pad level low. Low man always wins.
Yeah, the trenches, again, it's been a theme throughout. Outstanding trench play here in OKC.
Absolutely. 3rd down and about 5 as the Raiders take it. Little man in motion. You got a blitz coming. They beat the blitz, but don't get much out of it as they get forward there. This is 4-down territory for these guys. So right now, like you talked about in the previous possession, Coach, the timely blitzes by the Impact Gorillas has been a thing that's been happening here. And you can see as they try to stop these guys on 4th down, 4th and about 3 for the Raiders now.
Yeah, shout out to the Gorillas defensive coordinator. He's really heating them up. You can tell he's in his bag. Well executed blitzes. Yeah, it didn't get home, but it made the running back shift a little bit, and they just rallied behind. So this defense coordinator is doing an outstanding job. This is a well-coached defense.
We got a stoppage in play right now. Timeout on the field, Coach. You're definitely right about that. The timely blitzes has been a key. They're getting in their run fits early with those blitzes that they're calling, and it's been able to stop the momentum that the Raiders have been having as we're at the end of the first quarter here. And we got a 0-0 score. We'll take a small break here on the DR Sports Network. We'll be right back with the second quarter. The 9U championship is going down.
Hello, DR Sports family. Hey, we're starting to move this thing a little different now. So we just want everybody to know that DR Sports Network is here. We out here in Oklahoma City with Coach Thompson at the Oklahoma Metro Youth Tackle League. We're broadcasting that game this weekend. So that gives us the ability, if you're looking for a broadcast partner, we'll love to come and discuss broadcasting some of your big games at your events. So DR Sports Network, look us up or reach out to us at info@drsportswiththez.com, and we'll love to come out and bring our media team to come and broadcast your games.
And we're back. We got a critical fourth down as we go into the second quarter. The Raiders 4th and 3. Coach, they got to get some penetration here. I can expect a blitz from the Gorillas as they've been timely with those things so far.
Yeah, he's in his bag. Here they come.
Outside, he gets free, gets into the secondary, and first down. That's what they needed on that.
Yeah, they really did. In 21, he's a good player. I still like the aggressiveness from the defensive coordinator. You know, sometimes you do get beat a little bit on a blitz, but just applying that pressure. I just love that mindset from the defensive coordinator. But 21 made a great play. Like I said before, he seems like he has great movement, great balance, one cut, good vision. So he's been an outstanding player so far.
Well, yeah, Jaden Nelson gets north and south real quick. He doesn't waste a lot of motion or, trying to dance too much in the backfield. Coach, as you saw, you mentioned one cut and get north, and he did that on that particular play. First down, Raiders. Takes a snap, gets a little bit more penetration. As you can see, these guys starting to look like that was number 8, Taj Wilson in the game.
Yeah, that was 8, Taj Wilson, and the offensive coordinator is starting to get in his bag a little bit too. Starting to dial up. He's starting to find some creases, dialing up some really good plays there. So shout out to him. He's sticking to the way his play style is, and it's starting to pay off a little bit.
Right, that momentum is starting to get. You can see them kind of pick up the tempo a little bit there as well. Second and short. Nelson on the carry, gets upfield. First down, Raiders pushing the pile as he converts the first down, Coach.
Yeah, Nelson's tough. He's another outstanding running back that we see. He's got great vision, great one cut. He's getting down the field, and he's finishing forward, making defenders pay. You know, at the end of the day, he's just running people over.
Absolutely. You got to stop what you play here. Listen, I think that you can see the coaching staff and the kids starting to sense this momentum is changing. Offensive line is kind of getting their feet wet and kind of establishing themselves for the Raiders now. Got the Impact Gorillas on their heels, Coach. What can they do to stop this?
Yeah, I mean, they really do. The Raiders have figured out some creases and some play designs, run concepts that are really giving the Gorillas some fits. But you can tell it's a great coaching staff, defensive coaching staff. He's making adjustments, as we can see here. You can tell all the athletes looking at him. He's talking to them about the scheme, about some of the things that they're doing. I don't know if it's necessarily that they're getting beat because of effort or anything like that. They're just really is a great play call against the design blitzer, the design defense that they're going against.
Absolutely. Sometimes, like you said earlier, those blitzes hit home, but then you swing and miss. And then you give up a big play, and there's a couple of big runs there by Nelson, to kind of get those sticks moved. It's just what you want. This is championship football. This is the 9U championship. You got to be playing and peaking at the right time to be a champion. But we've seen some good defense now. I think the Impact Gorillas, they definitely have to come out and kind of seize this moment to get back in this game. That was a good timeout, I thought, right going into the second quarter.
Well-coached team, but you expect that. In the championship game, you want to see good football playing being done, good coaching as well. So that's what we're witnessing.
1st and 10 for the Raiders as they come out in a power out formation. Hits it up the gut. Corralled by the Gorillas, multiple guys on the tackle as they stand it up. And again, that guy's in there again, number 6 for the Gorillas. He's been on just about every play. That's Xavier Norton.
Yeah, he's making plays, and if the running back's not careful, he was trying to strip it out. He was a second or two away from stripping that ball out, so the running back needs to be careful.
Absolutely. 2nd and 8. Almost in the red zone, the Raiders are. Outside run, they reach him up the middle. Greats. Oh, he drops the football. And the Gorillas pounce on it. He had a clear shot at the end zone. He got too happy and dropped it.
No, we got
Coach, great run here.
Great run. They had the blitz, the double A gaps, and they find their crease. Oh, then we got stripped out. It got stripped out. What a play by that quarterback. I mean, we got a, what number was that? What a play by him. Talking about a touchdown.
Fat Daddy.
That was Fat Daddy?
That was Fat Daddy.
What a play.
He's been all around. Right there, as you can see, number 10, Benny Simmons.
What a play.
AKA Fat Daddy with the strip.
I mean, you talk about defenses being well coached. That's an example. You're getting beat,
Absolutely.
and you still reach your hand out and you pull that ball. We said the play before. They better be careful running the ball.
Absolutely.
Quarterback Nico Wilson brings the team to the
Big
line.
crucial turnover as the Gorillas get the football back. 1st and 10. Gets to the outside, gives him a little shake, steps. Great tackle on the defense, Coach. I'm telling you, that's textbook.
I mean, like, we've seen this all day. Like, whoever's coaching these guys tackling-wise for them in Oklahoma, I mean, they need a raise. They need something, a bonus, because every game we watch has been outstanding tackling. Some of the best tackling you'll see.
And it looks like that was number 12 on that one, Kingston O'Neal. Way to stay. He kept his outside shoulder free, and he didn't go for all the juking. He kept his eyes focused on his waist. That's the way it's taught, Coach.
Yeah, I thought they were in trouble when he got that corner.
Absolutely. That was almost probably a touchdown saving tackle.
Nico takes the snap.
Reverse
Hands it off.
in the hands of the Impact Gorillas.
Jet sweep around the edge.
Yes, positive yardage on that particular run was number 1, Dior Franks, a.k.a. Tough. That was a tough run by him.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough for sure. I mean, you can't have a nickname
Number
tough and
4,
not
Caleb
run
Turner,
like that.
number
Like, what a
6,
great play call.
Frazier.
What a great run there. And that's what you need. You need those dirty yards. You can tell both these defenses come to play, so every yard counts. You can't have mistakes. You can't have penalties, anything like that. You got to stay in front of the chains because this is going to be a defensive battle. If the last game was 6-0. This one, we're on track for that as well.
Absolutely, man. And like you said, the play callers have been in their bag on both sides of the ball. Big run up the gut. He breaks into the open field. Great touchdown saving tackle. Number 6, Xavier Northern for the first down, Coach.
Great run, but then it's like you feel like they're going to break it, but then it's another great form tackle, touchdown saving tackle. I mean, this is 9U. This is an NFL. You see NFL guys missing this, and that's a big kid running the ball with a lot of wiggle and able to run, and that's a great tackle, open field.
Absolutely, man. Man, shout out to the coaches in the Oklahoma Metro Youth League. You can definitely tell that these guys are coached and ready to play. Franks again up the middle to the outside. He is in the clear. 40, 30, stepping, and he's going to hit pay dirt for a 6. Oh, is he short? Great run down. Listen, that was a tough run, but Coach, you can't coach hustle and heart. But
Great run by
6 on touchdown, 1 assist. Well, let's see.
Great run by Tough there. They call touchdown?
They call touchdown, as you can see. Let's look, Coach. All right, bring it back. Bring it back. I don't know. Here we go again. Yeah, you can't get this kind of replay action only at the DR Sports Network. We're going to slow it down. Does he get it? Does he get it?
No, he's
Oh,
short.
the knee is down, but
Down.
look at the pylon. The ball's across. Touchdown.
Yeah, wow. What
Touchdown.
21 just, shout out to him for running that down.
The
Tough,
ball is
amazing
across.
run.
It touches the pylon as his knee goes down there, Coach. Only on the DR Sports Network you can get that. And they punch it in for the extra point as he runs it in. The Gorillas are impacting the game 7-0.
You couldn't have dialed it up any better. That was a great run by Tough, and then a great extra point there. So we talk about special teams, and now it's on the other team to respond. The Raiders have to respond here with a point. You go back to the strip earlier while the Raiders were getting ready to go down to score a touchdown. Now it flips 7 points the other way. This game is wild.
Coach, everything that we're seeing in these games from the Raiders to the Impact Gorillas. The Gorillas are making an impact on the game. You mentioned the fumble. As you can see, as we go back to this replay, a tough run by a tough player in Franks. And frankly, he gets over the ball, over the line, Coach. As you can see, good hustle. Right there, his knee goes down. Oh, I don't know. I think he got in. As you keep going forward with this one, the ball is right there on the pylon, Coach. I mean, it's a close call, it's a bang-bang play. I don't know. I think he got in, but only on the DR Sports Network because you're going to see it play-by-play and things like this, Coach. I'm telling you right now. Great hustle by Jaden Nelson.
Great hustle by him. I mean, it was close, but the referee's got to make that call without watching instant replay.
Onside kick, and it goes out of bounds. That's going to give the Raiders great field position. With 3:08 left in the first half, we got a 7-0 ball game. Back to the Impact Gorillas, man. Timely plays on offense and defense. There's a reason these guys in the championship. They making some championship plays here, Coach. We talk about Simmons making the strip, and then you talk about a tough run by Franks. We got some ball game here, Coach. Now it's up to the Raiders to get back in this one.
Yeah, and they were inches away from scoring earlier, going up 7-0 or 6-0 or whatever on their own. So now I'll go right back to that play. You got to tell the running back, hey, just shake it off. We'll give it back to you again. Now finish the play.
Absolutely. You got to stick with your guys that got you here. Tough play, but, you got to shake that one off, like you said. And they give it back to Nelson. He busts up the seam. He makes a cut. He gets north in the first down. Run. This guy's a two-way stud.
Nelson is a player. He is a player. He is so quick in tight spaces. I mean, look at him with his block there, just dipping the shoulder and then putting the foot in the dirt. I mean, what an outstanding player he is.
We got a little movement there on the right tackle move. Excuse me, left tackle move. You're going to bring that back 5, but back to Nelson. You can see the quickness, the elusiveness. You can't coach sticking that foot in the ground and bending like that. That's something that he wakes up out of bed with. And as he gets older, you're going to see that nurture there. These guys are going to be stars on Friday. You see a future Oklahoma stars right here on the DR Sports Network. Back to the ground game, getting some of that penalty yardage back. Looks like number 2, Makai Tyner on that one.
Yeah, just another great solid run, forward run. You got to have these, the dirty yards, and especially a running team. These are the type of runs that you live for and that you want. You're kind of getting the defense on their heels. Now it's just time for them to finish the drive and execute.
Absolutely. I think that, execution here with 2:27 and change left in the first half. I think that, I look for Nelson to get this ball here and punch it for a first down. Can the Impact Gorillas stop the offense? They seem to be rolling now. We're looking at second and about 12 yards here for the Raiders.
Bring the team to the line.
Looks like they're bringing the house here, Coach. And you got a big stop in the backfield for the Impact Gorillas. And there's that man again. He's been all over. They call him X for a reason. And he's an X factor on defense, and that's Xavier Norton.
X is a player. He is all over the field, and that's what you can't have. You can't have a penalty where you lose 5, and then you get tackled in the backfield by a great call by the defensive coordinator and great execution by X.
Well, listen, a timeout on the field with 1:39 left in the second quarter. Coach, the Impact Gorillas have made the big plays, the impactful plays, if you will, at the right time in the right situations. We talked about that. You saw it on the first possession by the Raiders, the timely blitzes. They seem to be hitting home now. They hit and miss, and they give up a big play or two. But, hey, it's like a riverboat gamble as we see the tough run again by Franks and the hustle by Nelson. Now, this is going to be a controversial play because we got it right there. That knee goes down. But it's still 7 points for the Impact Gorillas. Only at the DR Sports Network can you get that.
Yeah, and it's close enough for you give the ref a pass there. He's watching it live. You know what I mean? Because
it's a bang-bang play.
It's a bang-bang play. So it wasn't like it was egregious where he got tackled at the 4 and he gave them, or the 3 or something. So you give the ref the benefit of the doubt there.
And his momentum carried him in.
Right.
Oh, we got a rollout. Got flags on the play. He does get some positive yardage, but this one may be coming back.
Yeah, the penalties, right? We've already had penalties and some tackles for loss, and you can't have those when you're in a championship game. The team that plays the cleanest game, wins the turnover battle, will typically win the game.
Absolutely. This is one of those times where, you're driving down the field, you got the momentum, you got the, everything's in sync offensively, and you get behind the sticks with penalties. Now you're looking at 3rd and 2, the Oklahoma International Airport. That's the distance that they got to get.
Yeah, for sure. They got, especially with defensive coordinator who's known to heat you up. But what we've seen, they better be ready. He's not going to sit back and just play coverage. I would guarantee he's going to do a twist or a stunt, or he's bringing at least one. He's not going to let you just sit back there.
Yeah, they both in the A and B gap right there. You got Northern right there. Outside, they got to break him in play. He's breaking to the outside. If he can get past, great tackle there by number 3, Nico Wilson. Plays quarterback and plays safety. That was a crucial tackle because it was 6 if he didn't make that tackle.
Yeah, he dropped the
Watch
hammer.
this play. Breaks it to the open field. That's how you feel it as a safety. You come up, hat green.
I mean, he tried to separate him from the ball. It was a great run, but you love how Nico finished the tackle there. I mean, he dropped the hammer. That's a big hit. That's one that the runner remembers.
Hey, you got to introduce yourself when you're a safety.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, I'm Mr. Nico Wilson.
Absolutely.
I want to introduce myself to you. Go ahead and hit the ground real quick.
Yeah.
Good run, though.
Down. Good run, though. Good run. 4th and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. He takes the snap, tries to get to the outside. Gorillas in pursuit. And a tough tackle made by Franks. There that man is again. These two-way players for the Gorillas are making an impact.
26-yard line.
We said it from the get-go. Dior Franks has been one of those guys. Of course, he had the touchdown. You see Nico Wilson. You see Xavier Northern. This is a stout defense when you have these guys making these plays.
Yeah, you can tell why they're undefeated. You can see the coaching staff. The coaching staff is very engaged, and just you can tell they're coaching, right? It's not just inspirational stuff they're giving them. They're giving them X's and O's, and you can tell the how practices ran with them. They're tackling. It's just a well-run team. You just tell from the top down that they know what they're doing.
And they got those clean icy whites on too, coach. If you look good, you play good. If you feel good, you play good. Love those icy whites by the Gorillas.
Yeah, and then you got the coaches in the white hoodies. I mean, they came here to show out today, and they're definitely putting on a show on the field.
Coordinate. They definitely got to coordinate. Absolutely. I like everything I'm seeing. Man, it's been a great day here at Mustang Stadium in Mustang, Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Metro Youth Football League is putting on the championship Saturday right here on the DR Sports Network. As we have a pause and action, 6 seconds left. Right now, the Impact Gorillas have a 7-point lead going into the half. I mean, today, Coach, 7 points is almost like 14 if you look at all of the games that we've seen.
The way the defenses are playing, 7 is 14 for sure, because it's not like the offenses aren't moving the ball. Like, they're getting some yardage. Like, you see the offense. These games are exciting. Yes, it's a defensive battle, but there's people making plays. Like, this has been a great day of football from 6U all the way up to here. Every game has been competitive, outstanding. The trend has been great defense. They have great running games as well too. It's just been a really great day of football for Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Of course, all the action's right here on the DR Sports Network. Listen, if you missed any of those other games, go back and tap in. Like and subscribe to the DR Sports Network, the DR Sports YouTube channel. Of course, all of this is brought to you by the Drive 7 Bigs. Of course, that'll be a big thing at the DR7. Hey, you come out to DR7. Of course, it's been 7-on-7 about the skill position, not the big fellas, the trenches. You got somewhere to come and shine, man. Come out, get signed up, go on to the DR Sports website. The road to the crown is up. H-Town, you on the clock, baby. January is going down.
And the one thing we love here is definitely the trenches. We're always going to show love to the big guys in the middle.
Should be the final play in the second quarter.
All right, we got quads. And we got a handoff right there up the middle. He cuts out to the outside. He's looking for daylight, and he accelerates it. A great tackle there to end the half. It looks like he was about to get loose, but
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our second
great
quarter.
tackle as we go to the half. 7-0 is our score here on the DR Sports Network. We'll take a small break. And listen, man, watch this tough run by Dior Franks as he gets in. That's our score, 7-0, right here at the Oklahoma Metro Youth Football Championships.
Hello, DR Sports family. Hey, we're starting to move this thing a little different now. So we just want everybody to know that DR Sports Network is here. We are out here in Oklahoma City with Coach Thompson at the Oklahoma Metro Youth Tackle League. We're broadcasting that game this weekend. So that gives us the ability, if you're looking for a broadcast partner, we'll love to come and discuss broadcasting some of your big games at your events. So DR Sports Network, look us up or reach out to us at info@drsportswithaz.com, and we'll love to come out and bring our media team to come and broadcast your games.
DR Sports presents the DR Roundtable. Prepare to be exposed. All football. All gas. No brakes. DR Roundtable starts now.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here, DR Roundtable, and I am super excited to be your host. And to my left is the CEO of DR Sports. His name is Jonathan Mumphrey. And then to his left is a lead platform scout. His name is Mark Henry. Gentlemen, how excited are you to be here today?
Man, super excited to be here today, you know, especially in the great state of, we don't know if it's Georgia, Alabama, it depends on what line you cross over.
Man, listen, it's about that time of year. You know, we're deep into high school football season. We're going to be talking about some exciting things that we're going to be doing in the spring that leads into the fall. They kind of work hand in hand. That's what we're all about here at DR Sports.
No doubt about it, man. And I'm appreciative that y'all let me be a part of this, Jonathan. I'm excited about it, and I cannot wait to dive into everything that encompasses DR Sports. That is DR Sports with a Z. drsportswithaz.com is the website to get all the information about the upcoming events and everything that encompasses, as I said, about DR. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. And the first thing is DR7. All right, and so we just had our schedule release. Let's first start with you, Jonathan Mumphrey. This is your favorite time of the year.
Absolutely.
Putting out the schedule for all the teams to see where they're going to be this spring. Let's start with you, man.
Well, absolutely. But be remiss, man, not to welcome you to the family.
Thank you, man.
And tell you thank you for, lending your talents and your skill sets as we go into this next year in you came on with us in 2025, but as we go into our season in 2026. So, man, I think Mark and I want to just say welcome to the family on that. I know, I think that's great, and we're excited to have you.
I hope the guests and the people that are watching right now understand I'm coming with a lot of energy. So if you don't like a guy yelling and screaming with his hands going crazy, this is not the show for you. All right, let's get into the schedule release, man.
Absolutely.
What are some of the things that stick out to you?
Absolutely. When we're talking about the road to the crown and, which is our schedule, we got some new things we'll be launching in 2026. But just talk about the DR7 side as we'll also get into our Drive 7 big side. I think that is very important as we get into that conversation. But, I would be remiss not to talk about one of the greatest, the state of Texas. We got to start there. That's where we're born and bred. That's where we feel like some of the great football come from. I know that's an argument between Georgia, Alabama, and Texas. But, starting out in Houston, Mark's hometown, I'm going to let him kind of share a little bit more about that. Super excited. We've been starting out on that weekend since we started going into our 5th year. We're excited to really partner with and collab at this new venue at Klein Kane High School. So we're super excited about that, all that great talent there. I've already started talking to some guys from Florida and other different states that are looking to fly in. I know, Mark, that's your hometown. So kind of give us a little bit about what goes down in the H.
Well, these things it's a bring them out type mentality. Shout out to Jay-Z. You want to bring out the talent, the top guys, and you want to see that on the field. We settle it on the turf at DR7.
Absolutely,
So those are the things that we want to bring to the table. And anytime you step on a field at DR7, you got to prove it on the field. And we want these guys to have that when they come. That's where the platform and the team of scouts that comes into play. If you ball, you get the call. Those are the things that we want to bring to the surface when you step on the field. That's from 8 to 18. Absolutely. It's not just about the high school guys. It's about the youth movement as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're super excited about that kickoff And then, we rolled right on into the great state of Florida. So while we, being back in Davenport, we kind of feel like that's been our home. We kind of, really, really made Davenport a hot spot when we was there from 2022. We took a break and kind of went to another part of the state of Florida, but we're back home at Davenport.
Awesome.
That's right there by Orlando, so it's super excited because you get all that central.
The Impact Gorillas are taking a second half lead into the 9U Gold Championship, the Oklahoma Metro Youth Football Championships right here at Mustang Stadium, Mustang, Oklahoma. DR Sports Network, I am Mark Henry, Coach Rob is in the building. Man, we get you set for an exciting second half, Coach. 7-0 right now. The Impact Gorillas get the ball back. The play call has been great on their side of the football. If the Raiders don't make an impact on the defensive side, they could get behind the 8 ball real quick with this one.
Yeah, looks like they're going for the onside kick right here. No secret.
Oh, they kick it up. It bounces off, but nice recovery there for the Impact Gorillas. It looks like number 15, Ricky Jeffries on the recovery. Nice play by Jeffries.
Yeah, and they got to make a play on defense now. Now it's up to the defense to hold it to just a 7-point game, one possession football game. Because if not, this could get out of hand. So this is a huge possession here. I know they're looking for a 3 and out, but at least a turnover on downs.
Absolutely, man. You got to have some defensive hold up. They got to have some big plays on defense. Some tackling, they've been doing well. It's just giving up the big plays. Of course, that run by Franks got in for a touchdown for the Gorillas. Here's their first possession of the second half. Handoff up the middle. Great tackle by the defense for the Raiders. They're in on it. First guy in on that looks like number 6, I'm sorry, for the Impact. On the Impact Gorillas, making the play on the Impact Gorillas, that is number 6. Samari Frazier, who was in on the tackle for the Raiders.
That's exactly how you want to start the game or start the drive here. Big time tackle, we're rallying to the ball, so they have to feel good about that. Now you got to be able to sustain it.
And they lose a couple on that with Coach. That's what they need here. They got to have some sustained pressure and get them off of their axis there. As you can see, Coach, why this was a tough game. It looks like the adjustments there. I think the Raiders are sitting in a little pressure of their own now.
Yeah, they're starting to apply a little bit of heat. There's really good defense here, good tackling. So they're under the mindset, of course, to get this 3 and out, get this turnover on downs, get the ball back, because they need to score as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Right now, this is what you need from those guys. And, they have to kind of make an impactful play here on 3rd down. The Raiders do defensively. There's that man again, Xavier Northern. He breaks a tackle or two, gets some positive yardage there. Is this 4-down territory for the Gorillas, or do you punt here, Coach?
I think it's 4 down the way they run the ball here. I think it is 4 down. Because your defense has been playing well. You're trying to win the game. You want to win the championship here, so you almost have to be aggressive, control the game. Because if you can get this 1st down here, extend the drive, get points. If you get 6 here, you're probably thinking the game is almost in hand if you're from the Impact Gorilla side.
Absolutely. Well, definitely, the Impact Gorillas have an offense that can score quickly, as seen by the run by Franks. But they need to get this 1st down and keep this momentum going here as we open up the second half of play. And Franks has it. He gets to the outside. Oh, we got some laundry on the field, but you can see that ability that he has to break tackles and get to the outside as we have possibly Holden coming back here.
Yeah, and then that's going to change the dynamics a little bit. Whether you go for it or not, because now you're talking about it's a lot longer than it could have been. So if you're on the Impact Gorilla side, you're definitely not enjoying this. But if you're on the Raiders side, you're saying thank you, we needed that.
Well, if I'm the coaching staff here, my defense has been playing well. I punt this football, make them drive the length of the field, flip the field position, because if you go for it and you don't succeed, you're behind the 8 ball and they're in plus territory. So I'm punting this football and getting them, behind the sticks starting here in the second half.
You're absolutely right. This is a huge. It's a lot. The down and distance is massive, and you don't want to give them an easier path to a touchdown. You know, so if you go for it, you only get a couple yards. The next thing you know, they only need 40 yards to tie or take the lead.
Absolutely, that's what we're looking at here. They're coming out. Looks like they're breaking the huddle, coming out in a pistol formation. It's 4th and about 17. That's quite a amount to get. Maybe they'll try to draw it off. No, they snap it to go for a pass. Got a man out in the open field. Great tackle by the Raiders as he gets the stop. That is number 12 on the tackle for the Raiders. Great tackling again, Coach. We were talking about this at all 4 of these games. And for the Raiders, that was number 12, Kingston O'Neal on the tackle. That was a big guy to take down there, and you see that he was up for the challenge there.
Yeah, I think, and I'd have to see the play again. It looked like the outside receiver ran a slant or something along those lines, which basically put him right on the offensive guy. You ran him right into him. You almost wanted it, because that's your first option. Run that guy off on a 9 route, because at that point, then you have more room to run. So I think the play design, more than anything, hindered them there.
Well, it looks like he was playing zone coverage, so he was kind of sitting in that 5-yard area, and he was there to make the plays. Nelson gets the carry again, positive yards. They got to punch this one in to kind of swing this momentum a little bit. You can see these two teams are well matched. They're the 2 best teams in this division, and they're playing like it, Coach.
Yeah, it's well matched. Obviously 6-0 for the first game. So if you're the Raiders here, you had to come in here thinking it's going to be a dogfight like this. So you had to have plays designed to kind of break out of a slump or break out of a drive where you needed extra yards here. You can't just run base offense, what it feels like.
Looks like they're going to try to heat him up again. And it looks like they get past it this time as they blitz the A and B gap, but the Raiders went the opposite way. Now, that's the offensive coordinator kind of making some adjustments there, not running into the blitz, kind of getting things to the outside hole there, straightening it out, a little bit of a zone run, if you will, and it leads to a 3rd and possibly 8 here for these guys to make a first down.
Yeah, it's a big possession here. You basically have 2 downs to get 8 yards. You'd like to get it here, but you don't want to lose yards. You don't want a penalty. You want to get more than half of it. You want a 4th and short, if anything. The game's tight. This feels like it's a huge momentum swing within the game. This is a must get within these next 2 downs.
Absolutely. 3rd and about 7 for the Raiders as they look to get a first down, man in motion. Takes a snap, gets to the outside. Good block pickup out there. But there's that guy, Dior Franks, with a tough tackle. They call him tough for a reason.
Yeah, he's all over the field. Making plays. I thought for a minute there he might have had it, but you see Franks coming in like a missile. I mean, he came from the safety spot. He drove down the ball. That's well coached. That's well executed. Just an awesome play by that young man there.
And keeping his outside shoulder upfield, not giving ground, taking a perfect angle. That's how it's taught, at the free safety position. As you can see, these guys are well coached.
Yeah, they really are. The play call I liked. It's just you hope that you'd get a little more yardage than that.
4th down, looking for some daylight, and he breaks free. I don't know, Coach. He's close to the.
He might have got it.
He might have got it as we stop play to kind of look and measure this. It looks like they're moving the sticks. He was that last second forward lean that he had with the. As you can see here, we'll take a look as we unpile everything here. It looks like he's reached that first down.
Yeah, what a tough run. What a hard run by that young man. That was all on him and the offensive line, but I mean, he was really driving his legs there. You tell your running backs, keep those legs moving, because then you never know when you can just squirt out of the tackle there and get it fall forward for a couple more yards. And that was obviously key between getting the first down and not.
Well, it was close. It looks like he got it by the hair of his chin on that one. 1:48 left in the 3rd quarter, 7-0 lead for the Impact Gorillas. This has been a game where it's been impactful on both sides. The second half adjustments that the Raiders are making seem to come to the forefront, especially offensively. They got to stop. Now they're on the 33-yard line with a first down. He fakes it, comes back to the other side. But we got Laundry on the field.
That was holding there. It was holding there. Yeah, it impeded the guy trying to get in and make the tackle. That was a good call by the ref.
Good call by the offensive coordinator as well, outside of the holding. You get the guys going one way flowing, and then you come back with a reverse pivot and a bootleg. That was a great play call. I like it, Coach.
Yeah, it was an outstanding play call, and then now from an outstanding play call to losing the 15. You know what I mean? So it's, against this defense, you can't go backwards, especially when you had a positive play there. It's just one of those things that was obviously not ideal. Now you're really behind the sticks, so you need to start pushing the ball, and hopefully you can get a chunk of this yardage back here.
Well, the Raiders have moved the football, but they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot with these costly penalties. Again, that's field position, that's momentum, and you're keeping yourself from getting down into the scoring zone, to the red zone. They were at the 33, and now they're back close to midfield almost at the 42-yard line. That's minus plays for those guys.
Yeah, penalties are drive killers.
Absolutely. First and long as they come out with motion, takes it to the outside. Upfield is Northern. He tries to get down, but listen, there's that guy again. Oh, we might have a little continuation there. It looks like they're not going to flag him for that little excessive penalty. I think he kind of was still in bounds, but the aggressiveness of the defense, as you saw, Northern was there. Benny Simmons was there as well. Christian Hennessy, a host of gorillas on that.
Yeah, and you're right. The refs held the flag for a reason because he was still in bounds versus the other, I think it was 2 games ago, where he was 2-3 steps out of bounds, and they didn't call it there either. So I think that was a good no call by the refs. The refs are actually they're calling a pretty good game so far from what I've seen.
Absolutely. Also, Nico Wilson, the free safety, was on that particular tackle. As we head into the fourth quarter of the 9U championship, the Gorillas on top, 7-0 as we take a small break, and we'll be back here on the DR Sports Network in just a moment.
Hello, DR Sports family. Hey, we're starting to move this thing a little different now. So we just want everybody to know that DR Sports Network is here. We are out here in Oklahoma City with Coach Thompson at the Oklahoma Metro Youth Tackle League. We're broadcasting that game this weekend. So that gives us the ability, if you're looking for a broadcast partner, we'll love to come and discuss broadcasting some of your big games at your event. So DR Sports Network, look us up or reach out to us at info@drsportswiththez.com, and we'll love to come out and bring our media team to come and broadcast your games.
Fourth quarter is about to go down. The Impact Gorillas on top. As you see, the road to the crown is back 2026. The schedule is ready to go. We start out in Texas and we end up in Florida. Who's going to wear the crown? And guess what? The big fellas are involved now. The DR7 Bigs, Drive 7 Bigs is going to be in the building at a DR7 event coming to you. As you can see, we're back here in Oklahoma. Second and long for the Raiders as they take a pass. He's got a man wide open. Oh, it's intercepted.
What an interception.
He's taking it back up the field, and he is out of bounds and too tough. D.R. Franks is a playmaker.
Tough. I mean, you're talking about people putting on a show. Last game, it was Hurricane. This game, tough. I mean, look at that interception. No fly zone. He's flying in, making hits. I mean, this kid is a Friday game player. Like, what an amazing player he's been all game, just making plays.
Coach, he's a and everything he does, he's tough at it. And that's his nickname. D.R. Franks is tough. Whether it's at receiver, running back, free safety, he's putting in the work, and you can see he's putting the clamps on the offense for the Raiders as they get a turnover, 1st and 10 for the Impact Raiders.
I'm the offensive coordinator. You got the interception. I'm going to hand you the ball.
Big play, shot time.
You got to. Got to give him the ball back.
Got to give it to him. And he rolls out. Nico Wilson cuts up the field. Good open field tackle by number 20 for the Raiders. That is Braylon Smith. The tackling has been immaculate on both sides of the football. It looks like he was about to step into the end zone with that when Wilson comes up and makes a great stop, as you can see. Squares him up, breaks down, textbook tackle to get the man back.
Yeah, and they're playing right into the Impact Gorillas' hands. Obviously, they're comfortable in a game like this. They're just performing. They feel very good right now with the ball. They're going to get a couple first downs. They're going to ice this clock, so the defense has to take chances, and they need to make a huge stop here.
Twins to the top of the screen. Second down. And he hands it off right up the middle as he breaks the tackle. Out to the outside. Great run by number 2 for the Impact Gorillas. That is Makai Tyner.
I like what they're doing now. They're spreading them out, and they're still running the ball. Because I was a little concerned, like, okay, you're spreading them out. Are you going to throw it? Because you're putting the ball in jeopardy a little bit. But no, they're still going to pound the rock, and they're getting yardage here. So they're thinking touchdown. They're going to celebrate.
Well, as an offense coach, you got to make the defense adjust to you. Don't let the defense dictate what you do offensively. Spread them out, make them adjust, and then you come back with the draw play to Tyner up the middle. That's good play calling. I think, like you said, both coaches, both offensive coordinators for the Gorillas and the Raiders have been in their bags since the kickoff. But I think it's just the opportunity that the Impact Gorillas are taking to make big plays, and the penalties have really stalled out or hurt the Raiders when it comes to them offensively.
Yeah, when you're playing championship football, shooting yourself in the foot is never good. It's so hard to win football games like that. The Raiders were on time and they were on track, and they get that 15-yard penalty, and it almost takes you into a position where it's going to be very hard to get a first down. You're forced to throw the ball a little bit. Tough comes up with a big interception. He's been all over the field, making tackles, scoring touchdowns. It's just, you can tell by the guys in the huddle right now, you got one coach talking, everyone looking at that coach. Just complete control. You can tell the Impact Gorillas are a great organization, very well ran, very well coached, and it's showing on the field.
Absolutely. It's showing up in the trenches, at the second level, in the secondary. These guys have been playing some really good football, sound football, no mistakes they haven't made, and they haven't been penalized a lot. That comes from the coaching staff, and it goes onto the field. Got a man in motion, Franks, taking his time. Yeah, you got trips to the top side. He comes back, Tyner, right up the middle, right up the gut, shakes a tackle, still driving his feet. Great run on first down.
Yeah, I was concerned a little bit for the running back there. You know, when the defense, when they can stand you up, someone's coming to hit at that ball. You know, he only had one hand on it, so I thought they did a good job of standing him up. Now the rest of the guys have to rally, and we got to attack that football. They put the helmet on the football, so luckily for Tyner, it had a strong grip, 5 points of contact on it, because if not, that ball is coming out. The Raiders are definitely trying to strip it.
Well, you definitely got to have it high and tight as they come back with a full house backfield. Hand it off. Northern, he gets North, and he rumbles across the 20, down at the 18-yard line, almost close to first down, third and short. Is it going to be for
Yeah, if I'm them, I stay in that formation they're in right there. I wouldn't even spread them out. Just let's just control the clock right here. Let's just eat the whole clock up and go ahead and get this touchdown, because I don't think the Raiders are able to stop that formation.
Absolutely, man. It's one of those things where they're taking their time and getting it in. Northern breaks it to the outside, gets through a couple. It looks like he has the first down or close to a first down, Coach.
Yeah, I'm not in a hurry. The game's completely in my control. The only way the Raiders can win this game if I'm the offensive coordinator is if I make a mistake. So I got to call plays that will get me yards, but I'm going to call safer plays that will give me 3-4 yards. I'd like to give them the ball back, maybe with a minute left at this point, as small time as possible. Just control this clock. Just really bleed it all the way down.
Absolutely, and it looks like they're going to take this, time, like you said, Coach, ball control, pound it, and we got a little bit of movement early, false start on the offense.
That's what
First time I've really seen these guys be penalized the second half.
Yeah, the movement was there, and that's why for me, especially when you're talking about this age group, the more movement you have, the more changing parts, the more ability you have to have a mistake like that. So sometimes it's not necessarily needed.
Absolutely. Tyner takes the handoff. Big pile up there in the middle as the Raiders get to him before he can get started. Great job. It looks like number 22 on that particular tackle for the Raiders, Jack Buller.
And you can see what a penalty does to the offense, especially when you're a running team. It doesn't matter if you're a passing team or not, but a penalty sets you behind, and now you're, like you said, behind the 8 ball, and you have to make up those yardage, which they didn't make up in that drive. So now they're behind the sticks, and you need a pretty big play here if you want to continue this drive.
Absolutely. Penalties kill drives, they kill momentum. Got a man in motion, second down. Back to pass, bubble screen out. Misses it, gets by, gets the first down for the Impact Gorillas. Listen, Wilson's been doing his thing on both sides of the football, as you can see. Nice calm throw at the quarterback position as he gets it out. And one missed tackle, and they're out in the open field, and they'll get the first down, Coach.
Yeah, number 6 has played such a good game up to this point. I think on that one he missed the blocks. I'm sure he want to have that back, because if he gets that block there, then he might be sprung for a touchdown. Luckily, the receiver was able to make a move there, because that could have been another deadly play. Where it's a negative play because we miss a block, and then now you got to tackle for loss on the throw. So luckily it worked out for them in their favor.
Well, absolutely. They were behind the sticks a little bit. It's actually 3rd and about 7. Great stop in the backfield by the Raiders. Number 6 on the stop. That's what you want from your defense, and that is Samari Frazier.
Yeah, everything no timeout here, and that's why those penalties are so they're drive killers, and you had control of the game, and now you lose a little bit of that control because it's 4th and long. Obviously you can't punt, you got to go for it. So what do you call here? But then you give the ball back to the Raiders, and now they can tie or win the game. So this definitely wasn't the best series that you wanted offensively.
Well, the penalties killed him. Great tackle by Frazier in the backfield. His get off and his ability to use his hands violently. You can see him kind of break through the line, and he was there waiting for Tough as he tried to make the play. Backfield, they got trips to the top, 4th down and long. Definitely the slants wide open down here to the bottom. Oh, we got a false start. Penalties kill drives, penalties kill momentum. And as you can see right there, the Impact Gorillas about to make a good 4th down play. And now they're behind the 8 ball, and that pushes them back 5, Coach.
Yeah, you got to be disciplined there, because obviously that was going to be a pass play, because you can talk about how the receivers got off the ball, but you got to hold your water there, and you still have to just run your route, because now you've had 2 penalties on this one drive. You've been pretty penalty-free, but this was a drive that you can go down and really ice the game. I mean, there's not a ton of time left, but there's still enough time for the Raiders to make a stop here and then go ahead and try to score a touchdown.
Absolutely, but timeout on the play. We got 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Now, if you're the Impact Gorillas, you got to make sure you keep this, hold of this ball. If you throw it deep, that's just like a punt and pin them deep. But they're one play away. The Raiders are one play away from making Impact and getting back into this game. It's 7-0. It's like 14-0 in these games today. So the Impact Gorillas are on top. But you don't want to give the Raiders any momentum to come back in this game. You're where you want to be, but the penalties are kind of killing your drives, Coach.
Yeah, the way Tough went up and grabbed that one interception, I think I'm going to try to isolate him one-on-one, and I want to throw it up to him, because you want to maybe you get a penalty there. Obviously, he has the ability to make a catch as well. So for me personally, I want to isolate Tough, maybe have a little max protection, and then have someone on the other side as well, and just really get him down the field, ISO'd with somebody, and see if you can and get over the DB's head.
Absolutely, I wholeheartedly agree. Before they snapped that football, the snap was open. It could be open here as nobody stepped out to take the receiver down here in the slot. You got a man wide open right here. If he hits it, he goes right where we said it's. Oh, almost picked off. Great play by the defense as number 20 gets his hands on the football. That could have been a pick 6. There was nobody in front of him. Watch here as he goes up and he makes a attempt to catch it and just couldn't come down with it. And the turnover on downs, that is number 20 on the play, Braylon Smith for the Raiders as the impact Gorillas turned it over. But now, the thing about it is they have to drive them into the field with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left to make get themselves back in this game and tie it up. Coach. Nelson with the carry up the middle. Break it to the outside, but the defense says, come here.
That defense that defense is so good. It's driving 80 yards. It almost seems like now you got to drive 200 yards because they're all flying to the ball. You know, this is a tall task for any offense against this defense. So they're going to have to get a chunk play.
Takes a snap, gets to the outside. The defense is stringing this one out. There's Frazier to shut the door on that, and they wind the clock as he doesn't get out of bounds in time. Third down, and it's about 1 minute and 20 seconds left. And I'm not sure if they have another timeout or not. But they have, let's see, 3 timeouts left here. That could be wrong up on this thing. Well, they do take a timeout. That's what I would do here on third down. What can they do here? They're a primarily running team. They've only attempted a couple passes. One of them was picked off. You know, they got to get some momentum down the field. They need a big play here on third down, Coach.
Yeah, you either want to isolate somebody, maybe even a swing pass, something along those lines, because obviously the safety back there, Tough, he's sideline to sideline, so you got to be cognizant of that. But you had to force the ball down the field at one point. But the swing pass might be open. Maybe someone loses the running back, depending on what coverage that they're in. So a swing or something along those lines, I believe might get you a guy in open space. That's really what you're looking for.
Absolutely, a crucial third down. Impact Gorillas come back out defensively. What do the Raiders do here on offense? This could be one of those plays where the defensive coordinator looks like he's not, but I would bring the extra guy, maybe not give him time to really try to make a play. You got to have a quick throw. It looks like Nelson's up there in the slot. Out pass, and he drops it.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking too. Me and the offensive coordinator were on the same page there. I think if you can get that swing pass, maybe widen him out a little bit more, because he would have had a little bit of space. He would have had some space there. So I think it was the best you could do against his defense, because on that play you don't necessarily want to try to just throw a Hail Mary pass. You want to get a chunk play through the swing pass. So I like the play, just wasn't executed.
Minute and 15 seconds, fourth down. This is the final play that the Raiders are going to have possibly to make a first down, fourth and about 8. You definitely got to get one of your guys. Nelson's been the guy that's been really the guy that's been toting the rock and making the big plays. He's in the slot. He comes in motion. They give it to him. He gets to the outside. They try to make it outside. They pin it. He cuts back to the middle, but there's that defense led by Northern, and the Impact Gorillas shut it down.
Yeah, not a big fan of that on fourth down. He had a long way to go. You know, the probability either way was low, so I guess I understand it to a certain extent, because you're talking about a tall task trying to throw the ball down the field on this defense. You're not going to have the time or the ability to do it. So, not a big fan of the play call, but I understand.
Well, on that one, Coach, I agree. With the way that defense flows to the ball, you're not going to really beat them to the boundary on a play like that. I think if you got Nelson, he was lined up in the slot. You try to hit him in a quick slant or something, maybe a bubble screen, but at least have him outside the tackle box and then outside for the strength of that defense. But Northern and company strung that one out, and they're back under center. Oh, they fumbled the play. Give it to Northern. He cuts upfield. The big fella's rumbling and bumbling. He gets a first down.
Yeah, this is the disheartening part for the defense, because the game is pretty much in, unless there's a turnover or something along those lines. But you don't want them to score. But then you're still processing the fact that the season's over and you're going to end up losing this game. So it's tough on the defense. You don't want to allow them to score, because then the score seems more out of hand than what the game actually was.
Well, we talked about this in the opening. It was 6-0 the last time, and we got a repeat, just about 7-0 here, as Northern gets the carry, goes up the middle. This Raider defense has played well for most of the night. Their one big play by Frazier, kind of broke it open, and that's the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, and that's what I think coming into this game, knowing that the last game was 6-0, the defense is outstanding, but their defense is outstanding as well. So then how do you have to come in with some different play calls, I believe, some more extensive ones.
And there you have it. You are 9U champions of the Metro Oklahoma Youth League. The Impact Gorillas make an impact. Man, they got some impact for players that you're going to see playing around this area on Friday nights real soon. But that's the 9U. We still got 10U, 11U right here with DR Sports Network. We'll take a small break. Congrats to the Impact Gorillas as they take home the 9U championship. We'll be right back here on the DR Sports Network with the 10U championship.
Hello, DR Sports family. Hey, we're starting to move this thing a little different now. So we just want everybody to know that DR Sports Network is here. We are out here in Oklahoma City with Coach Thompson at the Oklahoma Metro Youth Tackle League. We're broadcasting that game this weekend. So that gives us the ability, if you're looking for a broadcast partner, we'll love to come and discuss broadcasting some of your big games at your events. So DR Sports Network, look us up or reach out to us at info@drsportswiththez.com, and we'll love to come out and bring our media team to come and broadcast your games.